Hello, it's June 2026, and here in Brittany, France, everything seems to revolve around the school year, which starts winding down in the month of June. We've already had 2 heat waves this year. Today it's going to be 35 degrees and next week 40, they have predicted. Nevertheless, I love the month of June. It just looks so abundant and green and visually stunning. And it is also the month that we have our annual exhibition. So this is a local exhibition in our neighbourhood. There is textiles, pottery, painting. So this is hundreds of hours of sketching, painting, shaping clay, experimenting, learning, chatting, starting over. Every piece beginning with an idea or a sketch, a lump of clay, a strip of fabric. Some projects coming together quickly, some taking months or years. And then, of course, the all-important sharing of ideas and encouraging each other. And then listening to each other, sometimes taking notes, sometimes completely ignoring advice because that's not what you want to do. And that's okay. Not everyone is going to like your work, and you're not going to like everybody else's work. And I think that's absolutely fine, and maybe even vital to creativity, because you're not here to please everyone else. Anyway, I'm going to show you some of the paintings first, and then a quick look at the pottery, the ceramics, the sculpture, and then right at the back where we have our textiles. So there's obviously a social aspect about doing this kind of thing in a group, in a club, anything creative. And once a year we go out and have a meal together and enjoy some sort of nice environment. And this year we went to a really exciting place that I'd never even heard of before. And I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of where we went. And I don't know why I'd never heard of this place. It has only been up since about 2023. But still, it's a sculpture park. A park that has sculptures in it, in case I'm not being clear enough. And on the other side, there is a big bâtiment, like room to do different sorts of workshops. And I think there's wood and maybe metal. There's a little pottery place. It's just very exciting artistically on one side. Then there's a farm where they do a restaurant. So it looks like an old restored barn or something. All the plates are all different, picked up from different second-hand places. And were all really lovely. That's the kind of detail that I really appreciate. And then what I found really exciting was this hotel made out of these golden balls. Should I say? Hang on, I'll show you a picture of it and you can tell me what you think it looks like. So on the internet it says where architecture and sculpture meet. They use the words voyage rétro-futuristique. And it does feel futuristic. I feel like I'm in the future and I like it. 36 suspended golden balls and 6 on the floor. And that is for people who they say might have vertige. So what's that, like vertigo? But my husband has dodgy legs and I wouldn't really impose all those stairs on him. So hopefully they are accessible to people. And the big marketing point really seems to be that there is a spa. I don't actually like spas and whatnot, but if you like a luxury spa, this is for you. 28 metres high and ambiance cosy. The French don't actually have a word for cosy, so they take the English word cosy, which comes from tea cosy, to protect and keep warm. So these futuristic, cosy, flying saucer golden bowls took 12 million euros of investment. It's just so audacious, isn't it? I do wonder what kind of problems they came across trying to make this happen. And then all around this park you have sculptures from various artists, and I will go back because it was so hot this day that it was hard to appreciate everything. So I'll go back another day. But here's just a few examples. Lots of different sculptures made out of lots of different sorts of materials, all set against this absolutely gorgeous, majestic backdrop of these trees. And it's a lovely walk if it's not 40 degrees. So this is the last wall of the paintings, and then there was also a children's corner, and I'm always fascinated to see what subjects are interesting to the younger generations. Let's just have a nosy behind these houses and see what's inside them. A little mouse. And then some of the pottery. I'll show you some photos. I'd say that these are some of my favourite ones. And coming up is my favourite. I think he looks like a Jimmy from Scotland. I don't know what you think. Isn't he fantastic? Love him. So the room is overwhelmingly dominated by the pieces that are made out of clay. So I don't know if it's maybe a bigger club as well. But there is a lot of pieces to look at. Me and my sister were in a pram like this one. Looks like an antique. It probably is an antique. Shows you how old I am. That's a tour around the room, and then we'll get back to Jimmy. And then right at the back of the room is our little textile wall. I would say there's about 25, maybe between 25 and 30 of us. But there are more clubs in neighbourhoods that aren't really that far away. So it's hard to see really how popular textile activities are with people. But I can tell you that in our club at least it's exclusively women, and anywhere else I've been to in other neighbourhoods that have exhibitions, it is also been exclusively female. So I don't know. And then I think also there's not a lot of young people, or there's no young people. But then I know that my daughter's, like, even as we speak, making a coat out of some curtains that we got from the second-hand shop the other day. So I do think young people are still interested in textiles here, but not everyone wants to be in a group. Or you just don't have time to be in a group. There has been times that I just haven't been able to go for a couple of years. But I do enjoy bouncing ideas around with other people. Here we have a gorgeous embroidered bag with yo-yos on and embroidered leaves. This looks like a lot of fun to make. And then below that there's a cube with appliqué houses on it. So each side has a different house. When you think of how long everything takes to make, I think we did really well filling up this wall with stuff. And then there's this beautiful bag with embroidery, wooden panelled sides. And it's always really interesting to get to the exhibition because you see that people have been working on things that you've never seen. So not necessarily that they've kept secret, but it's just stuff that maybe they haven't wanted to trek in with. Like this I'd never seen before, and someone did it from a kit, apparently. We all had a go at sashiko, and someone has put their sashiko piece into a cushion. Last year there was bags, a little zipper pouch. I've still got my piece, it's finished, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. And then we get to a piece that was very exciting to me. We made all together. Everybody took a couple of blocks from a book. Here's a couple of pictures. These were the first ones made, and then we laid them all out when more were made. And we made a quilt. And then at the end of the year, someone won it, and I didn't win it, unfortunately. But I love the way it looks. And I didn't expect it to be as nice because we didn't really have that many rules about colours or anything. And I think it looks great. I hope we do that next year as well, and I hope I win. So this is mine. This is the Kwandi quilt that I did a different video on. And then in this glass case there's all sorts of little bits of embroidery and a few mice and some deer that were made at Christmas time, and it's just really hard to get a good picture of because of all the reflections. Christmas tree, but just difficult to get a picture. And there we have it, a year's worth of work, or at least a year, because some things take longer, but things that were finished anyway in this last school year, 2025 and 2026. So it's nice to have a time and a place to take stock and then figure out where you want to go in the future as well. I've got a couple of jackets that are under construction, and I've always got loads of quilts on the go. So we'll have to just see what next year brings. Hope we do another community quilt. I really enjoyed that. So happy stitching, everyone. Bisous. Au revoir. Bye bye.